All right, Brendan, step back. You're gross.
What?
You're drinking milk?
What's wrong with milk?
Oh, God. I'm not a fan of milk.
Why?
I like it in cereal, but I can't just drink it whole.
I mean, milk kind of helped us out with our last podcast. We're champions.
You're the champion. I died.
You survived.
I died. I felt like absolute shit for the next few days.
If you missed the last episode, shame on you. But also, we did the one chip challenge. Really hot.
Oh, God. It was like...
Really hot.
It was like... It smelled bad. I didn't like the smell of it. And the taste of it was just like not appealing whatsoever. It was just awful. I did not like it.
Well, you want to give a guess on what today's challenge is?
Oh, God. Please, it better not be anything spicy. My poor asshole.
Oh, I'm sparing you to this podcast, baby. You
Okay, cool.
You just get to be your pretty, sexy, voluptuous self on that
Voluptuous?
on
Wow,
that side
thank you.
of the table. You just get to observe as I take on the myth of the 1 gallon challenge.
Is that technically a gallon, though? Isn't that like a quarter?
Shut up. You didn't have a gallon in there. I have 2 of them right here. If you're not watching
That's
visually,
half a
I have
gallon,
2.
though.
Huh?
That's half a gallon.
Yeah, they're both half a gallons.
Full. That's not full. We drank that.
Shit. I'm lactose intolerant. There's still a challenge involved
You've
here.
been farting all day. I don't like this challenge.
You should like it.
I don't like it.
You should.
Why?
You know how unique farts are? They're like fingerprints. You only get one kind of fart every single time. Why don't you cherish it? Those are special.
Why?
You can't recreate a fart. You couldn't recreate a fart if you tried.
I wouldn't want to.
Why not?
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I mean, like, it's
You
a
know
natural
farts
body.
are funny.
Yeah, well, farts are funny, but farts are literally like, it's like a bodily function. You can't control it sometimes. I literally just saw an interview with Kim Kardashian, and she says she doesn't fart. Bullshit. Everybody fucking farts. It is literally like
Well, good thing I'm not with Kim Kardashian.
I know, you're with a girl that farts.
Yeah. Pretty raunchy ones, too.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you tried to gas me out of this room this morning.
I'm sorry. I literally, I had Little Caesars last night, okay?
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to Friends That Fuck Again. I mean, I'm your host, Tyler.
I'm your host, Esther.
This is episode 3. We're pretty brand new into this, but we already have a lot of stories so far. Is that how I was supposed to say it?
I guess so. I
Yeah.
was like, are you like trying to say like some vowels going on over here? Or, like
A,
what?
E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Something like that.
Yeah.
We've already done a good amount of shit. The one chip challenge will make you age fast.
Never again. You couldn't pay me money to do that. It was just awful.
It's going to be a reoccurring trend.
If we didn't have those donuts, I don't know what I would have done.
Those donuts, thank you, Gordon Ramsay, because that saved my mouth. Didn't save my asshole, but it saved my mouth. My mouth felt like something.
It
good.
was
It's something remotely good.
It was awful.
But yeah, I'm going to make this a reoccurring thing where I'm just going to try out a challenge. So today's challenge, there's always that idea that it's not even a myth. Apparently, it's like scientific fact that you cannot drink a whole gallon of milk because your body can't handle that much potassium and lactate or whatever that's in it.
So you can't lactate?
I can't lactate personally. I think you have the ability to do it, but I can't.
Fuck, no, I don't. I'm not.
Well, hopefully not right now, but
No.
would you ever drink your own booby milk?
No. I will tell this story, though. I remember one time this is when I was in Vegas. I was with my boss, and he's like a CEO of like a corporate like restaurant like company. And it was like a staff outing. He had just opened up. It was like a new bar, a new restaurant, and he was going to take all the employees out. And so I was in this limo with my boss and these two twin girls and like 2 other girls. And so it's like 5 of us chicks. And one of the twins had just had a baby. And mind you, everyone's doing blow. Like, everybody's just going. I'm sitting like on the floor of this limo. Like, what am I watching going on right now? This girl was so fucking wild. She literally takes out her tit and like squeezes breast milk in a champagne glass that's like in the limo and gives it to our boss, and he drinks it. Ever since I saw that, I literally, the thought of drinking your own booby milk out the door.
Fresh squeezed booby juice he drank?
She literally grabbed her giant ass tit and literally went whoosh.
Wait,
in
can
a champagne.
girls just do that?
She just had a baby.
Okay.
So she had just had a baby, so she was still pumping milk.
Gotcha.
So she could do that.
So I was gonna say you can't Spider-Man some milk out of your tits right now.
No, because I'm not pregnant.
Thank God. Okay, good.
Oh.
Even though we don't do sex.
No.
Friends said. Friendly high five.
Friends that play with X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hi, Jimmo. You want to come here? Come here.
Oh, shit. The dogs have joined the party. This is Jameson, named after liquor, hard liquor.
Hi, honey.
I wanted to give a shout out to everybody so far that has been listening to the podcast, that has been showing feedback. Really appreciate you guys. And for the ones that are a little bit, a little nervous, a little shy, come out of the box. Come to us. Let me hear your feedback. Call me a bag of dog shit, or say it's the most beautiful bag of dog shit you've ever seen. I need to hear it, because this feedback is what keeps us going. If I hear nothing, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep making dog shit and not know.
Just a tumbleweed just goes in your head.
And for example, like I posted on my Instagram to give us a challenge for you guys to see. Like, just type anything. You could literally type in, like, stick a remote in your ass and try to finish podcast.
Please do not.
You don't have to do that, but
I'm sure if somebody did write that in, you would do it. You would put a remote up.
But nobody's written it in so far, so I'm coming up with my own challenges. For now, I'm going to try to finish a gallon of milk during the podcast. If I throw up, sweet. If I don't, I am Superman.
Oh, God. Your farts later are going to be awful.
Woo! I'm going to be shitting out fucking lactate for the next week. I am excited, baby. How was your weekend?
It was okay. I was just getting over a cold, so honestly, I was kind of dying.
That's right.
How was your weekend?
Pretty epic.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I want you to go first, because I took up the whole episode talking about my weekend last week. You don't have anything?
No, because I was just getting over a cold. So honestly, I was just kind of.
She was pretty sick.
I was just like dying. I mean, I'm happy that I took a COVID test and it was negative, because I would never want to spread that. But
poor girl got double whammy. No, poor girl, you've gotten like quadruple whammied this entire week.
Yeah, I did the 1-chip challenge. Got sick the next day. Then I started my period. And I was just like, when is this? It was just not fun.
You got steamrolled this week.
Yeah,
you're doing good.
Spit everywhere.
You're still fucking flawless, baby.
Thank you.
You look
great. The only really, it wasn't like in the weekend, but it was like after the weekend on Monday, we got pretty sloshed at my company party.
For Santa.
Huh?
It was for Santa.
It was for Santa.
Do you remember us being in the middle of the club and pulling like a elf reference when we both saw Santa?
Santa!
Santa!
We were like, what the fuck? We're like, it's Santa!
We were the only ones screaming in there, and everyone's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, these guys about an ounce of blow deep.
I know. It's pretty funny.
It looks like.
And then, like, you kept, I was wearing a dress, and so like he kept picking me up and like spinning me around. My butt.
That
cheeks were
happened
hanging.
one time.
It happened multiple times actually, because I kept pull. I had to like let go from gripping your like embrace and to like secure myself and putting my skirt down. And then, but I did grab your dick and looked at my boss, and I was like, I'm fucking this tonight.
Yeah.
And he just laughed and was like, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that to my boss, but fuck it.
I mean, it's not even true.
What do you mean? I broke a nail.
Doing what?
Reading your tarot card.
Yeah, exactly. We don't do that kind of stuff.
No, we don't.
You did make me.
No.
But yeah, my weekend was pretty eventful with just random stories. I'm gonna just fire some off at you. You already know about my story where I pulled the cycle, as I like to call it. They call it in baseball a cycle, where you hit for a single, a double, and then a triple, and then a home run all in one game.
I love golf.
Golf is dope. I don't think there's any cycles in that though, except cycles of like blow and titties.
All right. Well, I
by
totally
Tiger Woods.
understand soccer.
But,
Go on.
So I referred myself to hitting a cycle because I had worked door guy at one establishment, I had bartended at another establishment, and then I had bar backed at that third establishment. And on that third bar back shift, I had a multitude of things that happened, including my knee being swollen to the size of 2 double Ds in Kim Kardashian's ass. It's absolutely like trashed because I was kicking some guy out. The story behind that was I was breaking up a fight, right? As normal, I got this guy on the ground. He's just this crazy fucking guy. Like, give me him. Let me at him. I'm like trying to hold him back, and this random dude just comes up and he's like, I'm going to punch you. And I'm looking up at the guy like, you better not fucking do it. He's like, I'm going to fucking punch you. He's like, don't do it. He swings, punches me in my face.
Not a mark, though.
Not a mark. He whiffed it. But I just took the punch, and I was like, God fucking damn it. I get this guy up off the ground and out, and I go back for this kid. And he's already in a full Nelson. And he's going crazy. Get your hands off me, blah, 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 blah. I was pretty pissed. So I just took the back of his hair and gripped it and twisted it.
Hot.
Yeah, and he actually got out of his full Nelson that he was in and charged me. So I cornholioed him. Have you ever seen Beavis and Butthead?
Mm.
If you're watching the visuals, I am cornholio. Pee-pee for my bunghole.
Oh, no.
I pulled his shirt over his head, and then I just yeeted him like about 10 feet. And I hit my knee as I was doing that. So it sucked, but we got some justice out of it. This is another justice scenario where the guy, he got kicked out, turned around to come fight me. And my boy from the original fight that I kicked out myself, clean clocked him in the side of the face.
Oh,
out of
damn.
nowhere. Just cleaned his fucking shit up. He went full like Nate Robinson on the floor, like comatose. It looked like he was like wringing out a dish towel.
Damn.
Like he was out cold. My fucking boy. I don't know who you are, but my fucking boy.
Oh.
Justice! In that same shift, though, you haven't heard this story. This one's really funny. I got 2 of my door guys mixed up, and I'm going to make this one quick. Got them mixed up. I get a text message that says, hey, come to the stairs. And I thought it was from my rooftop door guy. So I ran out. We're right next door. Like the 2 establishments that I work at are right next door. I ran out, go to the stairs, and just how fate has it, this guy's on the stairs that I think that texted me. And he's looking at me, and he's waving me up. I'm running up there, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? And he just looks at me, and he's like, I love Asian women.
What?
And then he just walks down the stairs. You can imagine how I was like. I was just sitting there like.
You texted me for just to inform me that you love Asian women.
I texted you that?
No. I was just repeating your story.
Oh, yeah, no. I was just sitting there like, this guy is fucking loony. And I went downstairs, and an hour later, I figured out I got the names mixed up. But it was just the idea that I ran up there, And I love Asian women.
That's it.
The fact that he even still told me that, still kind of
I
funny.
guess now we know that he loves Asian women.
True.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I love Asian women too. I love all women.
Women are dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cheers to that.
Wee, look at you swallow.
Milk.
Well, you do have a really cute shirt on that says "Girls on Fire," so I know you do love women.
Yeah. I decided to rep the Girls podcast.
Thanks,
Girls
honey.
on Fire ATX. She's a champ. She's already shot off 2 episodes today, and she's helping me out with a third. A true champ.
Wee.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Another thing that happened when I was working, I don't think I told you this one either. I was at Umbar. This was when I was working door. So before everything else happened, I was working door. This all happened on the same day. It's fucking nuts.
What a day.
Right? And it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask me why I'm at a bar. That's just our hours. And I just see this homeless guy like sleeping on like a picnic bark, whatever. He's on like the bench just sleeping, looking like he's having a good nap. And I turn my head and I look back. I just see him like standing up, just staring. He's like staring at the fucking like food trailer park or whatever, the food trailer that was right there.
Mm.
And then he just goes like full Super Saiyan. And he's like, ah! Just starts screaming. He like picks up the picnic tables, flips them, like 2 of them, just flips them up, right? And he's just fucking screaming. He kicks like the food trailer truck or whatever. Ah!
Did he have a nightmare?
I don't know what he thought of or dreamt or whatever, but he did it for like a good 20, 30 minutes. And like the crepes guy.
Oh, no, not the crepes guy.
The crepes guy.
He's so nice.
He came up to me like just all like nonchalant, and he's like, "Hey, do you see what happened over there? Like with all the picnic tables?" And I was like, "Yeah, crackhead guy. He just got real mad and flipped them." He just goes, I should probably call the police, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that guy. Okay. He just goes back to work. The police come and they have a whole 30-minute ordeal with this guy, like where the police, they did a fantastic job.
I would have literally taken my chancla and be like, you flipped that fucking picnic table one more time and I'm going to whoop your ass.
Your ass?
Your ass. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, they made him reflip the tables over. I love it.
Oh, no. Yes.
Because they just sat there. There was like 2 cops, and they were just sitting there like, "You're going to flip these tables back over." No! Demons! And then finally, like, the guy's just like, "Demons? Fuck you guys." He's flipping the tables over. Like, all right, fine.
What about that? He kicked the food truck, right?
You kicked the food truck.
So he can't take back that kick?
He really can't. The kick has been
That's
done.
bullshit. That food truck did not do anything. That crepe guy did not do a damn thing.
It's a shame. He should have went to jail just for the kick to the crepe truck.
Poor guy.
Crepes are great. I'm already feeling a little bit bubbly. I don't like this.
Bubbly?
In my stomach.
Oh, no.
I'll sip to that.
Oh, come on, stop.
Hey, quick thing. For this episode, for every person that shares this episode via share Spotify or YouTube or shares it on their Instagram and they make sure to tag us so we see it, I will Venmo you $1.
That's really sweet of you.
I mean it. $1 whole. I will do it. You just have to prove it, and I'll prove it myself. $1. Share this episode.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Right? This podcast, gift that keeps on giving. I'm gonna throw up.
Are you really?
I'm gonna keep fighting, but it's happening a lot quicker than I thought.
Oh no. How much did you? Jesus.
I mean, I'm putting a good dent in it.
Well, damn it! Now I don't get any milk for my cereal.
Oh yeah, you won't have any milk for the cereal.
That's okay.
Well, we'll get you more milk.
I know you will.
Go Bulldogs! Am I right?
Huh?
My alma mater, my high school, suspended a substitute teacher for singing Toxic by Britney
Oh,
Spears.
God, don't even get me started with that.
Uh-huh.
No. That is fucking... Did you hear it? Did you watch the video?
It was from my high school. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I know. And then 5 other people sent it to me being like, look what they're doing. Because obviously, if anybody knows me, I'm a huge Britney Spears fan. And I've been part of the whole, like, Free Britney movement. I've known about it since way back when it was a conspiracy theory. Anyways, I literally watched the video and I was like, I'm about to literally start a protest. I'm about to walk up to the principal and be like, why are you such a pendejo? Why would you do that? He sounded 1, like an angel. 2, it's a classic hit. And 3, like, rude.
Yeah, I can lead you right that way. Those are my stomping grounds.
I know.
That was my high school.
Is it the same principal that you had?
No, I think he's gone. We had Principal Kane, which is a badass last name, but it's some other person now.
Okay. Well, I want to go there and I want to write a letter to the head of the company.
Letter. To the company? It's a
To the
high
company.
school.
That was the white chicks reference.
Oh.
I am going to call your boss. Better yet, I'm going to write a letter.
Oh, yeah. I just recently saw it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, go Bulldogs. James Bowie High School. They're making headlines for not liking Toxic by Britney Spears.
Fuck them. She is a free woman now.
She is a free woman, and we should also free that man who sang it because he sang a beautiful ballad.
He really did. And I did post on the page that you look really uncomfortable.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I literally was like, all right, I will literally buy... This guy can have an entire tab on my tab if he comes into my work. I want to shake this man's hand, look him dead in the eye, and be like, I salute you for your beautiful voice. That is a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Salute you for your services.
Mm-hmm.
We'll free you soon.
How do you feel right now? Because you look like you're sweating a little. Got some pink cheeks. And your hands on your hip, which indicates... that I think you're about to shit yourself.
I'm figuring it out.
I'm sorry. You brought this upon yourself.
I'm working with it.
And Jane was not even awake to see it.
So, I got a couple questions for you.
Okay. I got some answers.
These are some fun ones.
Okay.
What I do during the week... Usually when I'm standing at the door not doing anything, watching homeless people flip tables, I'm like, oh, that would be a good thing to talk about, and I type it in my notes. I was watching college football, the Navy versus Army game, and one of the best players in the nation has a really, really unfortunate last name. I'm going to spell it because I'm not going to say it. Fagot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his last name. I'm sure I'm almost positive there's loopholes around this. It's got to be Fagot or
Italian.
Fago something. Forgot. It can't be that word, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, back in the day, because it's like, okay, who comes up with last names? That's what I want to know.
I've always thought that. I've always wondered who comes up with last names.
Who's the first person that was like, my name is going to be Christopher Columbus? I think that's a cool name.
It is a dope name.
Right? But who came up with it? Was it when they were learning like the English language and they're like, Christopher Columbus.
Me Christopher. Who?
Columbus.
Vito.
I don't know, like I'm thinking like cavemen, right? Like cavemen, like when they started learning like the English language, like Renaissance kind of time. Like who comes up with these names?
Well, like I remember asking someone, and of course it was either my dad or it was probably like Ranger, who always think they know the answers to everything. Mm-hmm. They're just like, oh, if you were doing something at that time or known for doing something, that's how you earned your last name. I'm like, oh, I did a lot of walking. Okay. Walker. Cool. Fitzgerald.
What is that?
I don't know what that is. It didn't make sense, but that was his answer to it. What's the legality behind naming your someone a curse word? Like, what's the legality behind us naming our kid fuck?
Well, people can change their last names. People can legally change their names. Like, there's this guy in Tucson where he literally went to the courts and legally changed his name to God. He pulled a Yeezy and literally named his name God. And he was a bar owner of this place called the Meat Rack. And it was like this shitty, like, hole-in-the-wall, like, dive bar. And he literally had a throne for God, which was him. And if you got a tattoo of his face on you, you had free drinks for life. Swear to God. No, but I've done it. But it's like, people can literally go to the courts and literally, like, change their names. If I was him.
What about, like, a curse word?
If I was him, I would literally go and change my last name, especially if you're going to be in the, like, NFL, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I can't imagine
you're talking about the guy I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine the bullying that he's going through right now.
I mean, I think he's already used to it. I almost want to say that's what makes him, like, a mean-ass linebacker, because he's a linebacker. He plays defense. He's probably been going through it, especially middle school. Imagine in middle school.
Oh, no. Well, and people are mean. So, I mean, if he likes his last name and he hasn't gone in and done any steps in order to change his last name, then I think that he is, then cool. I like his name.
Kudos,
Yeah. I got to respect his name. But if he doesn't like it, then, like, he can go and change it.
Seriously, what is the legality? Can I name my kid, like, Cockdick? Or, like...
If we were to have a kid and you were to... If that was one of your, like, suggestions, it'd be absolutely no way.
Herpy Peen?
No.
Big Dick. Dude, call him Big Cock.
No.
Why not?
Because I would throw a chocolate at your face and be like, how dare you?
Is there legality behind it, though? Like, I know there's a Louis C.K., like, not a great guy, by the way, Louis C.K.
No.
But he had a stand-up bit where he's like, there's literally no guidelines to naming your kid. You could name him, like, 15 straight Fs if you want to. His name is just...
Well, no, there was some kind of guidelines because when Elon Musk wanted to name his kid, they gave him so much shit for, like, how he wanted to have it spelled.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I know you could change it to that, but what about naming your kid that? There's got to be legal guidelines, right?
I just think that that's just, like, in my personal opinion, it's like, you're going to take all the letters in the alphabet, right? And you are in charge of creating this identity for this person. I would hope that you would want to give it something that's respectful.
Yeah, true.
Like,
but fuck is pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember this Vine that is still my favorite, where it was spelled shithead, and the teacher was looking at it. It should be. I thought that's cracks me up to this day.
Is there an unfortunate name that you can think of, like that you've come across? Mine, I remember some girl at my high school. Her name was Pooja Shetty. And it wasn't really that bad, but the fact that she had poo and shit, really deathly close to each other.
Oh, man.
Pooja Shetty.
Not that I can think of, to be honest. I used to hate when people used to make fun of my name, Esther, because it rhymed with molester. So when I was a nanny, people would be like, "Oh, it's Esther the child molester," and that shit. I was like, "Don't say that." I was like, I could lose my job.
That's fucking gnarly. As a babysitter,
as a nanny, I was a fucking nanny, and people were screaming it. Like, "Oh, it's a molester." It's like, don't say that. You're calling me a rapist.
There's some unfortunate ones. Like, I used to think my nickname was dope. It was called. My parents called me T-Bone.
Yeah.
Up until 6th grade, until Spencer Doak. Shout out Spencer Doak if you're out there. He decided it'd be funny to call me T-Boner. And that stuck. That's still around. T-Boner. T-Boner.
T-Boner?
Yeah. I remember Pedro's was pretty... He didn't want us to call him Pedrophile anymore. That's pretty funny, man.
God.
Pedrophile. Next topic.
Okay.
Most embarrassing text message that you've ever sent.
That I've ever sent?
Can you think of one right off the top of the head, or do you need me to give an example first?
Yeah. So I was super embarrassed by this. So I was working and I had gotten a text message like from an ex-boyfriend, and I was like texting him back, but like we were just having like a normal conversation, something about, to do with the weather. And I didn't really want to have a conversation with him, but I was in the middle of my shift and this, so I have to tell the story. So so I was trying to help my boss find something. Like, he wanted a puff bar. And so like I was going on my phone to try to find him a puff bar. But when I pulled up at my Safari, Pornhub was the last thing that popped up.
Your Safari?
My Safari. So I was like looking
You were on Pornhub before?
I was on Pornhub like right before I went into work.
Oh my gosh.
This is before you and I got together, but like I went to my Safari to go like Google like where to find a puff bar around here, and literally like Pornhub popped up, right? And like the last video that I watched. And my boss is looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I was like, oh my God, and he's just cracking up. And he's just like, I turned red. I'm like super uncomfortable. So I run to the back bar, and I was about to text my coworker Andy about like what had happened, but the last person in my text was my ex. So, and I wasn't paying attention to who I was sending the message to, but I was just kind of like texting like this without really looking. Cause you know, if you're like texting people, like you can just like write a whole form. So I write this like lengthy text of like, oh my God, I can't believe that this just happened, blah, blah, blah. Not looking at like the freaking like name on it. So I ended up sending that whole story to my ex, and I straight up, I blocked him. I was like, I don't want this response or anything. Wow. That was the last embarrassing text I ever sent. So now like I triple check like and double check like who I text.
Mine happened kind of similar like that.
It was awful.
Mine was from high school. The reason I brought this up is because Barstool did a bit where they're like, what's the most embarrassing text message? And I had to think about it. And when I thought of mine, it was really gold. It was something I had to share.
Do tell.
I'm in math class, right? And in high school, my friend group, we weren't the nicest people, to be honest. I mean, I was pretty nice to everyone outwardly, but inside the group, you know, you talk your shit.
Right.
Because you're behind closed doors. And there was this girl that our group knew of who had, like, peculiar, like, weirdly shaped boobies.
Oh, my God.
So we called her torpedo titties.
Oh, I can't laugh. That's so mean.
I know, but she didn't know about it. But she actually started crying in my math class. I don't know why she was crying. Once again, we weren't the nicest people, so hold on. Put the pitchforks down. Like, we weren't the nicest people, but we were behind closed doors, and I went to go text my friend group. I'm like, torpedo titties is crying in our class again. That's exactly what I wrote, quote for quote. Torpedo titties is crying in our class again. Didn't look up. I looked up and I realized I texted my chemistry teacher.
Oh no! Why do you have your chemistry teacher's number?
Well, it was actually like a alert system. So like, you know, she had it set up to where it would remind you about homework updates and stuff like that, but it wasn't her real number. But I still thought you could text that thing back, because after I sent that, I got a hot flash. I'm like, oh, fuck. My face went white. I'm like, there's no way, because I'm thinking that, like, the entire class can see this, and who's torpedo titties, and I have to explain this, and I literally, like, was freaking out in class, and I remember getting up in the middle of class. I'm like, hey, I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And I ran across the hall to the chemistry teacher, and I said, don't open the text message. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? And I told her the situation. She's like, oh, I mean, we don't really get those anyways. Like, we don't see them.
So you freaked out over nothing?
I freaked out over nothing, but yeah, I thought everyone was going to know about torpedo titties. And it was pretty embarrassing, because I'm in the middle of her class. I ran in the middle of her chemistry class to tell her, don't open that text message. I said it loud enough to where everybody knew, too.
Oh, no.
And she was just like, we can't open those up. And I just turn over, and I see my friend Jake Moore, and he's like, hey, what's up, idiot? I just went back to class. But torpedo titties, I hope you're doing better. I'm sorry you were crying. I'm sorry I called you torpedo titties.
Jesus.
High school.
Thank gosh. Mm-hmm. I don't like to relive those days whatsoever.
They were pretty good days.
Yeah, no,
for me.
I couldn't do it. There's no way. High school was very high school.
It was very high school.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. They say that high school was not a good time for them. High school was a magical time in my life. It really was. But that's just because I was like a high school hero kind of thing.
Calling people torpedo titties made you a high school hero?
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Wow. Well, I just never so I was like a social butterfly. Like I was friends with everybody, but generally like I hung out like I had like a best guy friend, and like the way that like that my high school was like I hung out with a lot of dudes, and it wasn't because I hated chicks. I just liked paintballing. I liked cliff jumping. Like I liked doing like guy stuff. And the girls that I would be friends with like would somehow get like really jealous of me hanging out with like the guys because I was like a bro. Mm-hmm. And then they would create all these rumors about me. So it was like, I can't win. And it just sucked.
I feel like you were one of the girls, just like at my high school, that was regarded as pretty good looking, but wasn't really like a part of the main core like friend group, but for some reason got these rumors out of nowhere because nobody could understand who you were.
100%. I hung out with like quite a bit of girls. Like I hung out with like the girls basketball team. But I like, yeah, there's just a lot of rumors. Like the one rumor that I couldn't wrap my brain around was like everyone was calling me a whore, but I never slept with anybody. I was a makeout whore. I made out with everybody. I loved making out. I think kissing is so fun. But I literally, like, some of the guys on the football team were literally telling people that they, like, had sex with me. And I was just like, why would, like, that never happened. Why would you tell people that? Like, it was just kind of like, oh, yeah, Esther's a whore. And then these guys were like, yeah, I know. I slept with her at a party once. And it's like.
That's so lame.
It's like, you didn't. Like. I think like the most that had ever like really transpire was like I think I let like 2 or 3 guys like finger me.
Same.
Yeah. Like it was just like I made a pact to myself that I was not going to lose my virginity until I was in love, and I waited all the way up until college.
Can we get a round of applause?
Thank you.
You are incredible.
Yeah, I was so sick of these fucking rumors that I was like, no, I'm not going to let y'all get the satisfaction of this at all whatsoever. Suck my balls.
It's just very interesting that I could put that together in my head because there were multiple girls at my high school where, you know, they were regarded as like very pretty, but they weren't like a part of the main core popular kids, if you want to. I mean, it is what it is. You called it what it was in high school.
I was a party girl.
And
sure.
Yeah, they'd be like these girls, like in your case, and the same. It's just like they're very pretty, but they would come up. They would have these random fucking rumors. It's like, I'm not gonna say their names, but like poor girl that was like not. She was very pretty, but she just wasn't like a part of the whole fucking cool kids thing or whatever. She just did her own thing. She had like a rumor that she froze a banana and put it in her vagina, in her vagine. Like,
oh, I've heard those silly rumors
yeah,
a lot.
And then like there was another girl who did anal and she can't hold her shit anymore. Like,
the people are mean.
Who comes up with these rumors and why did they get the target?
I have no idea.
It's weird. I don't remember ever having any rumors about myself. I was pretty out.
One rumor that I've like heard that I thought was pretty funny was that I did meth.
Oh my God. In high school?
Yeah.
You did meth?
Well, because black tar heroin was like the thing.
What
like
the fuck kind of high school did you go to?
I went to a really weird high school. But yeah, I would barely even do weed. But yeah, no, there was a rumor that I did meth. There was a rumor that I got trained on by the football team. Yeah. But like I was like a party girl. Like I like hung out. I was at a lot of parties, that's for sure. But with that came with like A lot of reputation. I had one that I think I was also part of a gang. made me tough.
You were
like,
part of a gang?
Yeah, because like in Tucson, like there was all these different high schools and stuff, and I went to a lot of parties. I would party up all the time. I was a notorious party girl.
It's interesting.
But I wasn't a whore.
I wasn't really notorious for going to parties. I was notorious for throwing them. Because you haven't seen my childhood house. I think I've driven you by it once.
Yeah.
But since like 8th grade, where I had my Halloween party and 200 kids showed up from different middle schools, they just figured it out and they showed up. Since then, my house was just regarded as the party house. And bless my parents' hearts, they just turned a blind eye. I know they did. Because we had an upstairs, and my parents' room was downstairs. And we had like a pool table room. And it was in what was supposed to be the attic, but we turned it into a pool table room. And it was in the far back upper lodge of the house. And we would throw parties there all the time with my parents downstairs. And I'd have them sneak up the stairs and go into the room. We'd all just be drinking, like us and 75 people in there.
Damn.
Like all the time. And my house became so much that regard that like a funny story. My buddy Mitchell, shout out Mitchell if you're listening. I love you, man. But his mom came up to me in church. And she just like, I was in there and I was just chilling. She's like, hey, thanks for having Mitchell over last night. What'd you guys do? And I looked at her like, what the fuck are you talking about, lady? Like, I was with my girlfriend. Like, I wasn't even at home. But I didn't say that out loud. I didn't question it. Right off the bat, I was like, oh, shit. He just used my house to go do something else.
Oh, man.
I'm so glad I was smart like that, because right off the bat, I was just like, oh, nothing, Miss Martinez. We just played some games, video games, and we just went to bed. She's like, that's so sweet. Thank you for having him over. I'm like, of course, anytime. I started texting him. I'm like, at least fucking let me know.
Like, damn it, I got bombarded by your mom in church.
If you're gonna,
and I lied in church.
I lied in church. I'm on fire right now. I'm going to hell.
You made me sin, you motherfucker.
You made me sin in front of the man himself.
In front of your mom, too.
Oh, my God.
No,
you owe me one, Mitchie.
So my house is, like, not the party house, but it was the place where, like, because my dad would... My dad would just kind of go in his room anytime I had people over. So my house was a sneaking out house. So my house was always home base. Like I would have like 7 girls sleep over. And literally at 11:30 when my dad would go to bed, we would sneak out of my house and then we'd just have to be back by 5 in the morning. And my dad would not suspect a thing. He would call all the parents like, yeah, no, the girls, they're just having a sleepover. So my house was always like the sneaking out house. And it was just easy. My dad was a heavy sleeper. So I used to just put my car in neutral, push it down the block.
The classic.
Yeah, and then hop in my car and boom, go. And I'd be back by 5 a.m., right before he would start his coffee. One time I almost did get caught. We were sneaking in because I had bars on my window, so I would unlatch them, and I knew how to without like making too much noise. But my dad had caught me, and so I used the sliding back door to get in. And when the sliding glass door, it's like right behind you would have to like go around the big giant flat screen TV in order to go through the sliding glass door. So I heard my dad. I was the last one to get in because I wanted to make sure all my friends got in there before I did. And my dad was coming in to do his breakfast, and I was like, I closed the door, and I had to hide behind the TV for an hour while I waited for him to go to the bathroom. I was like, fuck, wow. I'm going to get so caught. I was literally right behind the TV, and, like, he's just reading his paper. And I was just, like, thinking about, like, well, maybe if I just sneak it, like, right around while he's reading his paper, maybe I could go, like, behind the couch and, like, make it to my room. And he was literally dead center of, like, between, because I lived in a small little townhome. He was like, here's this couch.
So happily oblivious.
Oh, yeah.
Having a day.
I used to have 4 Locos in the fridge, and he thought they were energy drinks. So I used to be like, I used to have him in there, and he wouldn't even like question it. I was a party girl. Like I had fake IDs when I was like 16. That's how I got tattoos. That's how I was able to buy the Four Locos from Circle K. Like, there's this trend going around TikTok about people, like, dressing up older, like, doing, like, face makeup to make them look like old people. I did that fucking way back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was 16, and I had a ID, which was saying that I was, like, 27-year-old, like, some kind of, like, I don't even remember the name. But people would hand me these IDs. I never questioned it because I'm like, this is Jesus' gift to me. So I was like, I'm never going to.
I was called upon.
Yeah. So I used to buy the Four Locos back when it was like cool. I was very notorious for a party girl.
No, I never had to do anything. We actually just had a shout out Ronald. I think his name was Ronald.
McDonald?
Ronald McDonald, yeah. Ronald over here from the gas station down the road. He used to always sell us alcohol all the time, which in retrospect, like now being a grown up, it's kind of weird for you to do that to like for 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
But shout out Ronald for doing that. And the funniest twist about it all is a guy in our friend group, like one of my best friends. I'm not gonna dox you because you're like one of my best friends, but it just so happened to turn this way because his dad was a cop. And his dad had him undercover spy at this place where we were getting alcohol, and he got him narked. He got him in jail.
Wow.
He got him in jail.
Damn.
He's back out because I saw him again at, like, the bread and basket that's up here. I don't know why I keep referring to it being around here. We're at your house.
That's okay. I understand what you're trying to say.
The bread and basket, I saw him again. He recognized me. It was so funny.
You call me in jail.
I didn't do it. No, he was just like, "Hey, I remember you." I was like, "Ronald, hey, what's up, man?
Do you buy me a beer?
Hey,
for
how
old
you
time's
been?"
sake?
Yeah, exactly. He's out of jail and he's working again. So shout out Ronald, getting free. I hope you're not selling any more underage kids, but you were cool whenever you did it for me.
That's cool. I just use my fake IDs.
Use my brother's ID. Do giraffes make a noise?
No. I think that they just kind of, have you ever seen them fight?
With their necks?
Yeah.
It just looks like two wet noodles.
Yeah. I don't know if they make a noise, though. I know that they like to lick, like when you feed them at the zoo.
Oh, they give fantastic head. Have you seen it?
How do you know?
I mean...
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. I don't even want to have that visual. Oh, come on.
That's funny.
How's that funny? That's disgusting.
What? The thought of a giraffe giving me head?
Yes.
Bomb ass head?
Get bing bong. All right, next one. Ew, stop. Ew. How's your stomach?
It's actually migrating to my asshole. I feel more like I have
You're
to
gonna
shit.
you're gonna have a nice chocolatey waterfall later.
But I'm doing better than I was 10 minutes ago.
That's good.
I don't know how that worked, but it worked okay. I'm almost done with my milk, guys. But we're not done with the questions. Yet, actually, we are done with the questions. I don't have any more questions.
We're all done?
But I do remember wanting to talk about, like, you women and my
what do you
roommate.
mean, us women?
You women. You guys are interesting when it comes to how you guys look and fashion and stuff like that. Because, okay, my roommate's gay. I love you, Jeff. You're great. But he came in, and I could only think of just, how kind of women-like this was, to be honest. Because he ran in, and he's just like, does this look good? Does this look good? Like, these Chelsea boots with these sweats. Does it look good? Please tell me if it looks good. Please, I'm freaking out right now. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have my contacts in. I can't see. I'm freaking out, Tyler. Does this look good? God damn it. I'm going to call Megan. I'm calling Megan. And he just called Megan. and like FaceTimed her. Yeah, it looks fucking great. And I just couldn't I couldn't help but laugh. Because as us guys, we'll just throw on shorts and a shirt and we're Gucci. If we're going out, maybe a nice little sweater now and again. Some SpongeBob dress socks, as we figured out in the middle of intercourse the other day. Is this a women thing?
Yes. We take pride in our appearance because that's the first thing that males look at. Whether, they're in a relationship or they're not. Like for me, like especially like in work, like my work, most of my money is based off my looks. It all boils down to like for instance, like nails. Don't you ever notice a girl's hands?
I always notice a girl's nails, to be honest.
So we notice that too. Our hair is very prominent. Like, we want our hair to look good. We want to look like a dime. Like, we just want to look like picture perfect all the time. Like, I like self-tan. That makes me feel confident. Like, eyelash extensions, they make me feel pretty. Like, they make my eyes pop. Like, it's just like we carry our appearance very much so. Because it all depends on the person of like what their style is for sure. But for me, it's like if I feel good and if I look good, then I will feel confident.
Be good.
Mm-hmm.
Be good.
Be confident. It's easy for a dude because it's a constant thing. But it's like for me, it's just like if I want my hair to be pink, I want it to look good pink. I don't want to just...
It's almost the ass backwards deal with men. It's weird. I've noticed that when I almost give a little less fuck about how I look and kind of just carry that same mantra with me while I'm walking. Like, I don't really give a fuck. I got a beard and long hair, just walking around just like a big tank that has no fashion sense. Women actually like that more. It was weird. Whenever I was actually paying attention... During that time, I would give less fucks about, like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
There's a weird fucking phenomenon, especially with this, where I would be done working out at the gym, and I would show up to work, I didn't shower, and girls would say that I smelled good.
You smell like a man.
Smell like a man? What does that mean?
You smell like a man.
What do you mean?
Sweat.
Sweat?
Dirty sweat.
That smells good?
No. I personally don't like it. I like clean. But, like... It's just weird because, like, if you see me dress up super nice, do you see the difference in how I normally dress?
I see the difference in how you dress, but it doesn't make me think you look any less hot, or pretty, beautiful.
Damn it, if I put a lot of effort into that, you better think I'm extra hot.
I'd say you look great every time. Do I not?
Yeah, because I don't think that you ever look at me with clothes on. I think that you always think of me naked. Every time yes.
Who do you think I am?
Every time
I am a saint.
Every time I look at your pants, you have a boner. Every fucking time.
That means I just have healthy circulation.
Right. Because you had a boner in the middle of the Christmas party.
You grabbed it.
I did.
What do you expect? If I didn't get hard?
No, I like that. But it's just like, you mean to tell me that you don't like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that it's like, even when you were single, like, if you saw a really attractive girl, would you look at her appearance?
Yeah, of course.
It all plays a factor. To her dress, to her shoes, to her hair, to like how she does her makeup.
But you're dating me now. Why does it still play a factor?
Because that's how I make my money in tips.
You try to dress good even outside of work.
I know. Maybe somebody wants to give me $100. Just for looking pretty.
And that usually ends up being
the hustle
me.
never stops.
Wouldn't you know?
Don't worry, I'm not cheating. But if a guy wants to come up to me and give me $100, I'm taking that $100.
But if I try to come up and give you $100, you don't take it.
Because you're going to end up spending it anyways on me.
Yeah, true.
Nah. You just lactated on me.
Say that again. Look. Hold on. I got milk, baby.
Oh, no.
I like my milk, baby.
J-Mo's just like straight up looking at you like, what the fuck? J-Mo, that's your little brother in there.
I feel
That's
terrible.
brother in there. That's little brother.
I feel terrible. I might shit my pants. But
All right.
we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to finish the rest of this milk right now. And in the meantime,
do it, you won't pussy.
Esther is going to spit every single color she can think of off the top of her head. Ready, go.
Purple, blue, orange, pink, red, green, periwinkle green, magenta. Congratulations, baby. You know how to swallow white shit.
Gotta say that again.
Well, you got it all over your face. Love
It's
you.
milk, not semen.
All right. Well,
All right. Got
Good.
some nut juice on my face. That's enough.
let me live.
All right. Well, we're going to do our call to action now. Don't forget. I'm going to throw up. Hold on.
Don't do it.
Don't forget to like, sub, bell on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Also, forgot that I was going to mention this. This is actually a serious note. We have gotten a good amount of people coming to us for our services, not for blowjobs and rim jobs, but for our podcast services. People are coming forth saying that they need help with YouTube, that they need help with doing this. And if you too have that same question, please come forth. We will help you because we are launching our own media studio come 2022. You want to say what it's called?
It's called Manifest Media.
Manifest Media.
Manifest your dreams.
Alliteration. We got it. We're offering up our podcasts.
It's like our room.
A room.
And we'll teach you everything that we know in order to make you successful.
Yeah, we will teach you how to post on YouTube, how to make a thumbnail, how long you should have your videos, how to do audio, Audacity, Premiere Pro, all of it. We will sit down with you guys and help teach you. We actually, next week, we already have a meeting with the client, and we're going to talk with her on how she should go about making her podcast and what our rates are and blah blah blue blah booba.
All I'm saying,
Hoba.
all I'm saying is that if you have an idea to do a podcast, do it. It really does change your life. It does open doors, and it is very therapeutic. And when I first started, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I would ask a lot of advice from different people, and I would get the runaround of everything that I wanted to know. And now that I have more than one podcast that is successful, I would like to offer those that listen and do support the chance to create your own, but do it the right way and learn from the knowledge that I don't. Don't make the same mistakes I did, because it can be very challenging. And we've done a lot of research in this department, and there is no limit to success with anybody. And if you have an idea and you feel it in your gut that you would like to do it, please talk to us so we can help. And maybe if you don't want to help, ask for our help, that's okay too. But take it from us. I have a whole room. We have a whole room with top of the line equipment. We've studied the algorithm and everything. You should hit us up.
Should hit us up. Is that camera still on?
It should be.
Okay, you put the timer on. Yeah, what she said. Everything. What she said. Come to us, Manifest Media. This episode was brought to you by Manifest Media.
Woohoo!
And I hope you guys have a fucking-tastic week. Boom, baby. Look at that alarm going off. Remember, fuck your friends. Bing bong.
What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
Take me out to dinner, baby. Hey, yo!
Ah!
Peace. I got a boner right now, actually.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I thought... Oh, fuck. Here it comes. Fuck.